He was her firstborn son. And now she stands at the foot of the cross that he hangs from and watches him as he dies. No doubt, this was not what she expected. This was not how she thought it would turn out. From the very beginning, she knew there was something different about him, something unique about him, and that he was destined to be something spectacular in her mind. That's how she thought it would all play itself out, but not like this. And now she stands at the foot of the cross and she sees him dying. No doubt her heart is so broken, her heart is so heavy. And it sets up what is the third time Jesus will speak from the cross in a very highly personal way. In the book of John, chapter 19, in verse 26, the Bible tells us that when Jesus saw his mother and the disciple whom he loved, which is John, standing nearby, he said to his mother, "Woman, behold your son." Then he said to the disciple, "Behold your mother." And from that hour, the disciple took her to his own home. The use of the term woman there is not disrespectful as we might think about it in our 21st century culture. And I think when you look at the context of when Jesus is using it at his death, it becomes very obvious that it was a tender expression he was using, speaking to his mother. And he also is not saying, by using the phrase, "Behold your son," calling attention to himself, but he's calling attention to John, his cousin, because he's going to entrust the care of Mary now over to John. This seems to indicate that probably Joseph had died at some point prior to this. Otherwise, he would have been the natural one to take care of Mary. And we already know from John 7:5 that Jesus' brothers, at least at this point, did not believe in him. And so Jesus wanted to make sure that the welfare and the care of his mother was entrusted to someone who had the spiritual mindset that believed in Jesus. It's fascinating that as Jesus hanging from the cross was dying, that his thoughts and his concerns were for the welfare of his mother, the welfare of someone else. And really, when we think about the cross in its entirety, when we think about everything that the cross means, Jesus had that great task of redemption in his heart and his mind while he hung on the cross. And so really, he was not only thinking of the welfare of his mother, but of the welfare of all mankind. And so when we think about this third saying, let's think about how even with that great task of redemption and in the face of death, Jesus cares for everyone.